Hey
This
guys,
is a
welcome
pretty
to
big
Draw
turnout.
16. I am your host
Even after
Javon, and today we're back for a brand new benchmark. They're running Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for the PC. Today I'm running this, yes, that's right, special today. We'll be running the Intel Core i7-4790. Do you guys want to see me do more videos with this again? If you do, I will put out more content for it. Anyway, we're running with 8 GB of RAM. That's right, we only have two 4 gig sticks today on the i7. Apparently all my other RAM was dead, so that's not great. And we're running with the GTX 970 4 GB VRAM graphics card. This is going to be interesting. I'm running at 1080p on the very low preset just to give myself a chance. And let's uncap the frame rate and let's move on. Obviously that area is very demanding for what it is, and let's see what happens. This isn't doing the worst, you know? Could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse actually. The i7 obviously is getting done in 8. It gets really hot too, which is something I have to be very careful about. As you can see, my temperatures in certain games, especially with the wattage it hits, I kind of need to drop that down. But the i7 seems to be still handling itself. The GPU is maxed out, but the GPU is also underclocked, so there's bad things happening everywhere. Just to give myself a chance. But this does seem like a playable experience. We are getting over 30 FPS at 1080p, very low. I am not using FSR. I don't think I should either, because my CPU obviously can't handle it. As you can see, my CPU, once again, those temperatures, like when you see 77 degrees on my i7, that's pain for me. That is pain. I hate seeing anything above 70 on my i7. I hate it. Are you saying, but that's normal, Javon? No. No. Javon don't like it. Javon don't like 70 at all. So we're just going to run at 1080p very low and stay there. See what happens. We are getting over 40 FPS on average. I mean, listen, it's running. So I actually have to, I wanted to test something out heavy just to see, but the i7 obviously has to go back and do tweaks. I'm surprised how well this is running, I won't lie to you, based on the fact that I only have 8 GB of RAM, but I guess they really do say that it doesn't really matter about the RAM as much. I've seen that a lot lately, where the games you're testing, these big games, the RAM ain't really affecting anything. And as you can see, with 8 GB of RAM you can run this, but this is recommended 16, and this is running on a hard drive as well, not even an SSD. This is actually quite decent, but yeah, as you can see, the CPU is being pushed quite heavily. My i3 gets pushed heavily, so this is actually to be expected. And I did bring that up. My i3 gets pushed, and it's faster than this, so of course this is going to get pushed as well. Much more. So it may be because of that as well, that it's running so hot. Like, you might, once again, you guys aren't going to think that this is hot, but to me this is very hot. I tried to run this very cool, because this had a temperature issue with the first time I bought it, and I was like, I don't know about this. So I've done a lot of things in my time to get it down. I'm not even running this in the case right now, legit. It's running with just everything out. In the open, legitimately, like right next to me. It's doing a good job, to be fair. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more great content. I know a lot of you guys had this build because I've been using the i7 for years. So I know a lot of you probably have this build. You're probably saying that you wanted to see me do more tests with it. So yeah, I probably will. The only thing is I won't test it with the RX 570 anymore, because the RX 570 had issues with the i7, with the motherboard on it. After a while, I think I kind of messed it up a bit. So I probably will test every other GPU on here, just not that one. Probably not the Vega either, because the Vega, if the 970 is pushing this, the RX 570 is stronger, so I probably just run into more issues if not. This isn't bad. Now that I look at this properly, the temperatures aren't bad either. Like, it's actually quite consistent. It is performing quite consistently, and we're only hitting about 80 degrees. At max. Like, it's very consistent. Yep, I will give it that. So this isn't bad. This is what we would call a smooth 30 FPS experience if you want to play like this. Obviously, Ratchet and Clank for some reason is extremely demanding, especially if like the medium preset. If you go high, even on my Vega, it crashes. Like for some reason, high settings uses over 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so medium uses over 7. So I think for what this is, this works. Because Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is extremely demanding. No matter what settings. And to be fair, it looks really good on very low, so I could kind of see it. You kind of don't want it to be that way, but you know, it does look good like this. But that CPU is being pushed. But it's only touching 80 degrees. So that's not bad. It actually has to downclock itself quite badly though. It is boosting every once in a while, to be fair. That VRAM is maxed out. If you're wondering, that VRAM is maxed out. Don't think it isn't. And my RAM is also maxed out, but there are no stutters. That is impressive. There are absolutely no stutters in this right now, even though I only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. If you have a graphics card, dude, it seems the games are much more optimized in terms of RAM usage these days. And I'm not talking about Hogwarts Legacy because that was ridiculous. But for the most part, if you can run this with 8 gigs of RAM, and it runs. I'm blown away by the fact this is running and there's no stutter. It's using the 8 gigs of RAM and it's running. And this is running at 1333 megahertz as well. Okay, the frame rates, you can see the frame rates are going up, but once again, I used to deal with real stutter in some of these games, man. Oh, did you see that hang 10? Like, look at this. There is no stutter here. Javon likes this, dude. This makes this even a great experience for someone that has low end. So for someone that just wants to play games, maybe older games, this runs really well. Like this setup here looks really nice. Like honestly, and you can still play games of today's on it. Why wouldn't you? But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Once again, don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more content.
I should have known Nefarious would try something like this.
Don't beat yourself up. This'll be just like old times. Come on. It looks like Nefarious landed somewhere near the train station. Oh, Mrs. Zircon. We should grab a weapon.
Need a weapon?